Sadhana is the effort made to acquire your own wealth, swadhan. Everything is His. There is no other way but to be at His feet. If you want to think about something, think about Him. Sadhana is the desire to acquire your own wealth. Keep telling Him, take me, take me. This indeed is sadhana. In the forms of sadhana, He is infinite. You need inner strength to return to your own home. You need the grace of the Guru. Gradual revelation is one thing, and quite another is revelation due to grace. Like a dark house being suddenly full of splendor. Again, the sadhana for gradual revelation is also unending. Gradual grace keeps occurring in actions, karmas. By continuing to rub, fire is lit. The direction of revelation opens up. Then again there is grace, without any reason, ahatuki kripa. This is not the same as gradual revelation. That is why it is said, what do you know about attaining Him? That is why you should pray for mercy and grace. The plant is in a pot and the plant is united with the mud. Just as you change the place of the plant by shifting the pot, place the Lord on asana of your heart. Even if you go to different place, the Lord is always seated in the asana of the heart. Remember this. Whatever state you have to exist in, make that state favorable for self-reflection. This should be man's duty at every moment. For innumerable yugas you have experienced the joy of food and sleep and other joys of the world. This gradually keeps increasing. Do not go on that path. Man cannot know at which moment that peace will be revealed. Think, till I achieve that, I will not stop karmas leading to that. Keep the mind immersed in Him every moment of the 24 hours. For as long as you are able to keep the mind immersed, to that extent the power, Shakti, grows. It is that Shakti that is your companion along the highest path. Remember that. It is the pure and undefiled flower that finds a place at the Lord's feet. Try to always maintain a pure and holy bhava so that you may be able to offer yourself at His feet. He, the Atma, the prana of the pranas, talk only about Him, discuss His virtues, try to see Him in everything. Alone. Where are you alone? Are you without the greatest friend when you are in a foreign place? Do whatever this body tells you to do. Do not hesitate. Know that it is for your good. The only way to inhibit the mental processes is to follow only one thought. The inner activities will not go unless that one thought awakens. Nothing goes to waste. Everything is necessary. Suppose you are going somewhere by train. To catch the train you come to Dhaka by boat from the village. You get of the boat and with the help of a stick you get onto a horse wagon to go to the station. Even though your aim is to go by train, you cannot think that the boat, the stick, the horse wagon, etc. is worthless. In the same way, to attain to God, remember that whatever you have to do is necessary. Nothing is worthless. Regular practice of acts leading to God should be continuous. There should be no break. God gives unbroken and unending light. Remembrance of God in the peace of one's inner being. Stay with the thought of God. With that same stream of bhava stay for every moment in the outer world. Remember the Lord of the pranas within the pranas themselves. In good health or in illness do not look at what is favorable or unfavorable. A human birth is difficult to attain. If you do not spend time meditating on your ishta, think, what am I doing? Is my whole life going to pass by like this? He who is able to go forward in this direction will be benefited. If you do not follow this, you are going towards death. Look, to break off a rose, you have to put your hand forward through so many thorns. But when your aim is the rose, and you have the desire to break it off, you do not return due to fear of thorns. Mother indeed makes the arrangements that are necessary for someone. Only the mother knows what arrangements are necessary and for whom. If you have this faith, then there is no necessity for unhappiness. Reading the scriptures, singing the Lord's name. The essence of Kali Yuga. The way to cross the sea of life. The path of death is known well enough. Enough of happiness and unhappiness. Become a pilgrim to immortality. Return to your home. The pain you experience when you are unable to attain him is the help towards his attainment. Till you are unable to get external surroundings for satsang that are favorable for your bhava, Vasudeva, who resides in every heart, is worthy of your bhava. That is, you should remember Vasudeva. Make yourself ready by the companionship by which there is God's companionship, Sadbhav. Perform actions in accordance with that. Initially, bathe and eat naturally so that you have a good sleep. Only then is it easy to meditate on God. It is easier to keep your mind at God's feet if the body is healthy. As you progress, the amount of sleep and food will get automatically transformed. There is no other way to free yourself from the distress of the world except by thinking of God. Try to perform acts that are favorable for the mind, turning towards Him who is revealed in the form of creation, preservation, and destruction. When one is unhappy and troubled in the mind is distressed and harm is caused to the body. There is no other result. Think only of Him. He governs everything. Always remember, satisfaction, complacency, should not come under any circumstance. Some people experience joy and some happiness on getting a darshan or due to some experience. Then they think that they are God themselves. On the spiritual path, before the highest revelation takes place, they get caught up in this way in the vibhutis, powers. That indeed is the obstacle. Always have a joyous bhava. It is favorable for spiritual acts. A bhava of unhappiness creates obstacles on the highest path. When you have to stay with Him, you have to be without any bonds. Transformation is that where the worldly bhavas get weak. As much as the worldly bhavas are weakened, that much indeed is the progress in the direction of bliss. One cannot give up attachments by making an effort. Only by increasing the desire to attain Him can one give up attachments. One should give up worldly things. Bliss and peace, which are everyone's aim, are present in everyone. They cannot be given up. For the revelation of your own true form, control the 11 indriyas, instruments of action and acquiring knowledge of the external world. Turn towards that. It is to remember Him that one follows the Ekadashi vow. Try again and again to carry out your resolves. Keep this firm resolve in mind. I am not able to experience God. I will not stop making the effort. By getting rid of the I, it is possible to attain to the You. It is the aim of sadhana and prayers to crush the ego completely. You will have to become restless. Restlessness is our own nature, swabhava. The restless desire to attain to Him comes of itself. Only by attaining to one's own wealth will the restlessness go. One direction is that of the householder, grihastha. Another one is that of performing service with the knowledge that all is God. There is yet another direction where, in order to know yourself and with that aim you go forward on an unbroken path. Till Guru Shakti is not revealed, one has not really started on the special path leading to the knowledge of one's own real Svarupa. That is why you have not found a path that carries you forward. The effort for self-realization, sadhana, flows in the flow of the creation, prakriti. That is why it is man's duty to make an effort every moment, so that he proceeds quickly and in an illustrious manner. What one hears about being established in the Atma, or about the light of the Atma, is merely what one hears. Means to grasp this are also there. The path that starts from the physical cause and helps us grasp all of this is the one we should make our own. Surely you see the breeze blowing. The breeze without which our body cannot be. The very breeze that is for the trees, stones, insects, animals. What can be left out? You people talk of all this earth, water, fire, air, ether, do you not? Taking one of each of these and saying to help our understanding. Like it is said that truth consciousness, Satya Chaitanya, is the form of Sat, Chit and Anand. That is why there is Anand, bliss. Really, in a mixed-up way, that very truth consciousness is eternally in what we people can see all the time with our ordinary sight, as physically having the light of consciousness or unconsciousness. We cannot see it with our ordinary sight for what it really is. Keeping that in mind, just as when we do Deva Puja, we have to do Prana Pratishta, etc. Similarly, in the form of our Pranavayu, she is acting inside us at all moments. The intellect is inside everything, is it not? That is why inside is being said. Indeed, that is why I keep saying I, you, with form, without form. You have to keep this in mind all the time. Who is this Pranavayu that is in us in unbroken form? This is one form of that consciousness of ours, illuminated in this form. If we can take the Guru-given mantra and unite it with that prana, then even if the mantra is not there, and we can unite with the prana, it will be helpful to steady our mind and to aim at the eternal unbroken prana of pranas, whose self-form is Satchidanand, where there is eternal Lila. It is not possible to have this darshan without the light due to conquering the indriyas and going beyond them. Unless this happens, where is the darshan of the Atma and the light of the internal state? Light, in one who plays in his Atma, Atmaram, in the form of the eternal play, Nitya Lila. Only then can there be the knowledge of the oneness of the Atma. Whatever we people do, wherever we put our mind, speedily like a restless person or slowly, he carries on working in one rhythm without rest, like the hands of a clock. In the same way, try to concentrate the mind on the Pranavayu. By doing this, the mind will keep inside a boundary instead of wandering in the heart. Do you not see, if you catch hold of a restless child, even if it is for some time only, it will sit quietly. To steady whatever is restless, it is necessary to resort to one aim. The form of Sadbhava is satsang. As much as you can be with him, the mind's desires will be fulfilled and you will be at peace. With the help of the intellect and the ego, try to fix the mind in friendship with the prana. Actually, the thing is, the unbroken flow, Akhandhara, is indeed the revelation of the whole, Akhand. Sadhana is the effort to rid the obstacles on the path to him, to get rid of them from their roots. In the world of jivas, everyone has to go through various types of pleasure and pain. This is all God's play. Always think it is He, in different forms. Pray, please give me patience and endurance. Only by the mind being immersed in God, will it be favorable for you to go ahead on your own path. Perform work with your hands and japa in your mind. Talk only when it is necessary. It is necessary for the aspirant, Sadhak, to always remember him, to stay away from all worldly attractions, even if one is unable to perform japa for a long period of time. There should not be any other mental occupation except his remembrance. It is not possible to free oneself from worldly desires if one does not surrender to God. Without freeing yourself from worldly desires, it is not possible to have genuine attachment towards God. Japa or meditation of Sri Krishna, love for him and attraction towards him should be such that all troubles become ishta. That is why always meditate on him, perform all actions, kriyas, for him, become an instrument in his hands. Keep your mind at his feet. Keep your body, which is his temple, always clean and neat. Try to make all actions of the body full of Krishna by performing his japa and by meditating on him. It is natural for the sense of lack to arise. It is his nature. Possessor of everything means to accept everything. He who is merciful and compassionate, whenever and whatever he does is all for the good, Mongol. But there is definitely pain from time to time. When he reveals himself in the form of possessing everything, hope. Everything will be revealed in various different forms. It is beneficial to feel the absence of he who upholds the splendor of truth, because he awakens the recollection of truth. He is everywhere at all times. It is man's duty to try and awaken one's own true nature. Just as the kite flies in the wind and is attached only by the string, yogis, by holding onto the thread of the breath and sanskars, can perform all sorts of acts, like rising in the air, becoming subtle, becoming large, disappearing, etc. In the realm of the body and mind, even on the negative Shakti becoming greater, try to sit with a steadfast bhava becoming one with your consciousness. Sit in a steady asana for a long time. In the monsoon season, in the unbounded sky, uncovered trees with fresh foliage show their own form by growing taller. Similarly, in the aspirant's life, the Ishta strives to keep his mind fresh and eager by giving progress in the objective, a desire to void concern for the past, and by giving the simple and straight direction for new experience and bhava. In their hurry to reach their destination as fast as possible, travelers do not turn back to see how far they have traveled or what they have seen or gained. In exactly the same way, in the life of the aspirant, it is better to relinquish past emotions and sentiment, bhavnas. Try to reach the goal. As long as you are in the realm of the mind, even though there is the conception of pleasure of the Ishta, it is better to stroll in the Ishta's realm. Learn to play the game of Anand with great beauty. By this happening, through the play itself you will see the end of the game. Understand. Treat censure as if it is cow dung. If cow dung lies around without being used, it gets destroyed. But if it is mixed with soil and used as a fertilizer on the roots of trees, you get such beautiful fruits. In the same way, if an aspirant is able to bear censure, that is accepted into his body, the result will be beneficial. The soil becomes fertilized. See, censure is such a good thing. Censure is also that one. Depend only on God. You will have to believe that only His compassionate hand is the truth when you suffer miseries, troubles and obstacles that arise due to desires. It will not do to become restless. You should become restless for God. One has not yet received his answer. Invaluable time is passing by in pain. You should not harm the body and mind by becoming unsteady due to desire for things. Give everything. You will get everything. Be completely dependent on Him. When you turn towards God, your inner Shakti will grow to free you from desires for objects. Whether you want or not, keep on trying. It is to be hoped that at some time or the other, the mind will get attracted to it. In fact, the mind does do that.